You know, there's three types of evidence. We have creation from a creator, we have prophecies from the prophets, and we have a resurrected Redeemer. Evidence that there's a God. You see, we look at creation, we see the sun, the moon, the stars pass over our head every day, acting like silent evangelists proclaiming there's a God. We look at the prophecies from the prophets of the Old Testament that foretold about a Holy One who would come into the world. They said he'd be born of the Jewish lineage of Abraham, of Isaac, of Jacob. They said he'd be born in the town of Bethlehem, born of a virgin mother, that he'd begin his ministry on the shores of Galilee, that the Holy One would be rejected by his own people. Isaiah said of him, he would be wounded for our transgressions and bruised for our iniquities, and by his stripes we would be healed, that his hands and feet would be pierced through. Zechariah said of him, he would be betrayed for 30 pieces of silver, that his executioners would gamble for his clothing as he suffered and died. Think about it. These are all prophecies written hundreds of years before Jesus was even born, that his life was body would be taken down and laid in a rich man's tomb. Psalm 16 verse 10, it says the Holy One would not stay in the grave long enough to see corruption. It was literally a prophecy of the resurrection. We also have evidence of the resurrection. You see, over 500 witnesses testified with their very lives that they saw him alive again on the third day. And these men and women chose death rather than recant what they had claimed to see with their own eyes. How many of you know that makes their testimony the most valid testimony of any event that's ever happened in the history of the world? I'm here today to tell you that we have evidence of God, so much so that God says that we're without excuse. Every one of us is without excuse. The Bible says we've all sinned against the holy God. It says all we like sheep have gone astray. Every one of us to his own way. We've all transgressed. God bless you, brother. It says we've all transgressed the law, but don't you know the good news is that Jesus paid the debt. He paid it in full. You just got to receive it. You've got to receive him.